Okay, February, love is in the air, and we're gonna talk about my favorite kind of love today, which is self-love. We have a phrase here at Shine Fit, all love starts with self-love, okay? All love starts with self-love, and that's exactly what we're going to dig into together. If we haven't met before, my name is Jess Takamoto. I'm the head coach here at Shine Fit. I have been a fitness instructor for 7 years. I also have my PT cert, constantly getting more certs, this and that. And I've been working in fitness and recreation for over a decade. Before this, I was a gymnastics coach, dance teacher, etc. So I've been coaching people for a long time. With that, okay, that's enough about me. We'll get it to. All love starts with self-love. Now, what does this mean? In the context of fitness, we work with oftentimes very, very ambitious women. The classic Shine Girl archetype I see. Overachiever, very, very professionally successful, probably a bit of a recovering perfectionist, recovering people pleaser, recovering overachiever, right? Used to putting everyone else before themselves. Used to taking care of everybody else before themselves. And quite frankly, using external accomplishments as internal validation. Using external accomplishments as internal validation. So measuring your worth based on external metrics like success, like degrees, like job titles, like salary, like the way your body looks, okay, as a measure of your internal worth as a person. And the reason I can say this so confidently is because that was me too. Shine fixed a problem that I had in my own life before it fixed that same problem for over 1,500 other women, okay? And so what needs to change? If you are taking this hustle, the very approach that made you very professionally successful or academically successful of working hard, working harder and harder and harder all the time, putting everything else before yourself, this kind of relentless drive and perfectionism for, achievement, if we take that same philosophy and apply that to fitness or apply that to yourself, you end up with the biggest inner bully imaginable. Because no amount of outer criticism hurts the same way that you're criticizing yourself. You are constantly picking yourself apart, not just for perceived failures or imperfections at work or at school, but also with your fitness routine, with your body, and pointing out all the things that you didn't get right. In elementary school or high school on a test, pointing out the answers you didn't get right helps you learn. You know the saying, in school you do the lesson then take the test, in life you take the test then you learn the lesson. So those things help you in school, but they do not help you in real adult life, in the adult world, right? What we need to do is fundamentally, and this is why I see, we build confidence in here through workouts, through mindset programming, through community, but it translates. And this is why, if you've stumbled upon this video, if someone else has been raving about Shine to you, I hear it all the time. Girls are like, my family thinks I've joined a cult. Why are you, my friends think this is an MLM. My friends are constantly, why are you so obsessed? Because it's not just about changing, fitness. Already adding fitness to the mix makes you happier, makes you healthier, gives you endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, right? Reduces cortisol, reduces adrenaline, helps you manage stress, helps anxiety, depression, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So your mood's already better, but then you add in these other things about changing the way that you're approaching your life, and that's when everything changes. So in terms of all love starts with self-love, we wanna think about fitness, and I use fitness as a catch-all term for exercise, food, and your body, okay? Fitness is a catch-all term for exercise, food, and your body. That's what I think it encapsulates. So the way to really change this is think about it like a relationship, okay? Valentine's Day, I planned this video this time of year. What would you accept in a relationship with another person? And if you're not much, that's a topic for a different day, maybe a topic for therapy, okay? But if you're what would you accept in a relationship, or what would you, let's put it this way, what would the best version of yourself want to accept in a relationship or not accept? Or maybe it's easier to phrase, if you're okay, my self-worth is in the toilet, it's in the basement, it's in the trash, zero shame, zero judgment, we can fix that, okay? We can change that. But think about a sister or a daughter or a best friend. What would you want her to accept or not accept in a relationship? With another person, if there was constantly games, there's bribery, manipulation, guilt, shaming, criticizing all the time, that person's picking you apart. Would you want that in a healthy relationship? No, right? That'd be a toxic relationship. Now, so many of us are well, I couldn't do that with another person, but we accept it of ourselves. We wouldn't accept it with another person, but we accept it with ourselves. If you're like, I would accept that with another person, again, this video is beyond the scope of practice, okay? Go see a therapist. Zero shame, zero guilt, because shame grows in the dark, okay? Accepting help is the bravest thing you can do. Now, we accept it with ourselves. When it comes to fitness, with exercise, with food, or with your body, there's games. If you do this today, then you can do this after. Bribery, right? You show up this week and you can buy yourself that new outfit. Manipulation. Sorry, train of thought. Sometimes it just goes blank up here, okay? Manipulation. You have to do this or else. What else? Criticizing. You suck at this. You look so blank. You look so ugly, tired, fat, like whatever those words are that you're saying to yourself. I've heard them. I've heard a lot of crazy things, you guys, okay? With food. You know, I won't even get into the diet culture about the shame and guilt around food, right? But if you're thinking through, think of it like a relationship. The way you treat exercise, food, and your body, are there a lot of games, manipulation, guilt tripping, criticizing involved? There are. That means you have a toxic relationship with fitness. So what do we need to change? What do you believe you deserve? And I say it this way, a lot of us aren't taught to deserve to feel good about ourselves. If you look at diet culture at large, right? Social, unrealistic beauty standards at large, a lot of us are taught that if you look a certain way, or you act a certain way, or you have a certain kind of routine, that's deemed as good, and if you don't, that's deemed as bad. And so the way to get to good is to shame ourselves if we don't have it. This doesn't work. It's like working with little kids. If you're yelling at them and criticizing them all the time, it might work in the short term, but it will never work in the long term. The way to teach kids is with empathy and compassion and kindness and patience. We have to do the same thing with ourselves when it comes to changing the way we feel about ourselves. And it starts with a decision. I like to say change does not take time, it takes decisions, okay? Change does not take time, it takes decisions. It takes a decision that you are good enough, that you are worthy. And let me tell you, you are worthy because you are. If you're questioning, that's just a conditioned thought pattern to question. You are inherently, every single person, doesn't matter size, shape, color, etc. You're allowed to feel good enough as you are. You just have to give yourself permission. You're allowed to feel good enough as you are. You just have to give yourself permission. You understand me? So give yourself permission to work out consistently. Give yourself permission to enjoy food. Give yourself permission to like your body, right? Yeah, I know. It's a deep one. We have to start by giving ourselves permission. So how do you change that relationship? Demand more. The same way in a relationship, you're like, look, these are my standards. This is what I deserve. Or with another, like, look, these are the standards you need to have, right? Don't accept somebody who's gonna treat you like shit. Don't let yourself treat yourself like shit. Demand, you deserve better, okay? A healthy relationship with fitness, a healthy relationship with exercise or with food or with your body has grace, compassion, patience, kindness, right? It's not like if you don't do this, then you're blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, so we missed a day. That's okay, right? Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's like a kid, like learning a new skill. You want to treat yourself the same way. If you've never had a healthy relationship with fitness, treat yourself like a toddler learning a new skill, okay? Cheer yourself on. The criticism, the blame, the things that made you professionally successful are not going to help with fitness. I promise you that. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader. And if you're really struggling with that, if you're like, I want to be my own biggest cheerleader, but everyone around me is super negative about fitness or about their bodies. Like everyone's constantly just talking down themselves. I can't wear that. Oh, that would look bad. I don't want to be in the picture, right? You need to get yourself around people who already have what you want to have, who are 10 steps ahead of you. Find an accountability buddy. Find a community, right? Look, hello, we're over here. Hi. Okay, we can help you. But being around other women who have the confidence, who like think exercise is fun, who are not going to shame you for being like, I want to be better, who are not going to shame you for being like, I want to be stronger, I want to make fitness part of my life, I want to feel great in dresses and shirts and skirts, in bikinis. And you can love your body at any size, and you can hate your body at any size. Okay, it has nothing to do with your body and everything to do with the way you see yourself. You can love yourself at any size, you can hate yourself at any size. It has nothing to do with the way you look. It has everything to do with the way you see yourself. So find people that can be mirrors, right? Help you see a more confident, healthy, happy version of yourself. And think about, what would I accept in a relationship? How can I start to baby steps raise my standards for myself of how I deserve to treat myself, right? From a place of love, from a place of compassion, from a place of wanting better for yourself, because you deserve great things. You deserve to feel worthy. You deserve to feel beautiful, right? Not from a place of shame or hate or guilt, right? A place of, I'm doing this not for somebody else, I'm doing this for me. Yeah? Okay, that's a lot. I think this is a great stopping point for today. As you know, we share motivation, inspiration, fitness tips on the channel every single week, all with the goal of helping women ditch diet culture and transform their confidence. That's what we're on a mission to do here at Shine Fit. So if that sounds like something you need, we have in-person programming in Toronto and online programming 7 days a week. We have an amazing online community. If you're not physically in Toronto or the GTA, send us a message. We'd love to get you in for a free class, a free trial, sit down and have a chit chat with you. If anything I said in any of these videos really, really landed and you're like, I need this, have 2 seconds of insane courage and send a message on Instagram. 2 seconds of insane courage, click that, button on our website, put in your information, we're gonna give you a call. That's all you need to do is send us a message, send one message, and we will be there holding your hand and helping you take that next step towards a happier, healthier, more confident life. Thank you for being here. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.